Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Cole, and I'm going to show you guys how I make house music. Um, Basically, house music is a bunch of loops put together. So this is how I approach a song. So what I do is I always start with a loop, right? So in this case, I have a 2-bar loop going on, and then I'll start with a lead. So here's what I have for just like I put some chords together, and I have an echo, and I made a EVP88, which is standard with Logic. So here's what it sounds like. So, kind of a cool little riff there. So what I also did was I layered 2 more layers on top, 2 more different synths on top. So what I used is an FM8, and this is what that one FM8 sounds like. Again, that's got the same echo as the first one. So I'm just using these as layers because you want it to sound thicker and sort of, I don't know, it just sounds too thin when I use just one, so I always layer. I used to do just one, and I don't like it. Now I try to do at least minimum 3 synths or 3 sounds, combine them together to kind of make a new sound. So even with a bass line and drums and stuff like that. So I'll just play slowly. I'll bring them in so you can hear what they sound like. So you want your layers to sound similar but a little bit different. So you might put a phaser on one or a reverb or something. And another tip to making layers is if I click on this right here, synth 1, then I go track, new with duplicate setting. So that's going to give me this one, the exact same synth. But I don't want it to be the exact same, so I'm just going to go into the synth and I tweak it a little bit, just to make it a little bit different, so it stands out, but it's still got the same notes and everything, and a really similar sound. So that's what I do, and I always start with some kind of a riff, whether it's a bass line or just like a riff or chords or something first. I never start with drums first. But what I always do is I have an ultra beat, and I always use a deep house kit. As you can see here, I just click on drums and then deep house kit, because it's like such a basic 4 on the floor beat that when I make a riff, I'll often just sometimes click that on just to kind of get a reference of what a 4 on the floor beat would sound like with it, because I know I'm gonna make my own drums, but I just want to make sure that it sounds good, because basically if you make a riff that sounds really good without drums, it's gonna sound amazing when you bring drums into it. So I always start without the drums. I basically do my drums last. So if you start making your drums first, maybe try making them last. That might make your songs a little bit better, or at least different, right? You never know. Just try new things, right? So anyways, so here's the riff, and I'll bring in the drums just to kind of hear what it sounds like. So that sounds pretty good. Here's the basic 4 on the floor deep house. So I'm not going to use this in my song, but I just have it in here as just a reference. So I'm going to mute that, and then I have hiding. I have a bass line here. So like for you guys, I'm just going to go over kind of my bass line and my sort of chord line, and then I'll do some percussion and arrangement of the track in other movies or tutorials, sorry. So here's my bass line, and same idea. I just have 4 basses, the exact same notes, but they're layered together. So here is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and that's a subby one. Again, I'm going to have to work on all these. Is just kind of a quick little demo. So same idea, I layered them. I wanted a rolling bass line, And now I'm going to play them all together to see what they sound like without drums. And then I'm going to bring in the drums and we'll see what happens. So sounds kind of cool. Okay, so I really like that. I'm going to have to work on it some more, and I noticed that it was clipping here. You can see it clip 1.8. So I know I got to mix this better, but just another tip, this master fader 0.0 should never go up or down. You should never have to move this. You have to attenuate all these ones, these green ones. You have to mix these ones better. So sometimes I'll pull all of these down and just slowly bring them in and mix them in and make sure that this isn't red and clipping through the roof, because you're going to get digital distortion and it's going to sound terrible. So always make sure that you have these and you bring them down. Unless, of course, you're using a sample that's maybe a very weak signal, then you might put a compressor on it or something like that. But basically, and especially the more tracks you get, like if you have 30 tracks here, you're not going to be able to have them all at 0. They're going to all be pulled down because you're going to have so many sounds going into this channel that if you have a lot, it's going to go through the roof. So you want to make this, you know, just comfortable. You want to leave a little bit of headroom for mastering later on. So yeah, just a quick little tip there for those of you who are new and don't know that. So that's basically it for today. I'm going to try and make some more tutorials, so if you have questions, just feel free to ask. I'll probably go over some more percussion next time, and then I'll do my drum sounds and drum programming. Then I'll do an arrangement tutorial. I don't like editing video, and I'm new to this program, so I kind of want to do it all in one shot, so kind of bear with me. I might screw up. And also I'm kind of trying to do it quickly in 10 minutes or less. So that's why you're not going to see me like plunking in the notes and stuff like that, just because sometimes it might take me a day or like 3 days to get like the riff that I want. Sometimes it might take me 2 minutes, you know. I don't know. Whenever I start a song, I literally have no clue what I'm going to make. I just end up screwing around and experimenting until I get something I like, and then I run with it. So just keep experimenting and pushing buttons and trying new weird things, and you might find something works for you or something doesn't or whatever, but at least you're learning. Like I'm still learning all the time. So I hope this helps you guys out, and like I said, get at me if you have some questions or you have ideas for future tutorials that you want me to do for you guys. Alright, cheers guys.